Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a flow yoga class. I know, right, that I promote the class as a foundation also. Sorry, Mindy, if you take the class, you are in for a treat. Well, the reason I want to switch this to flow because I feel like there are more flow students that jump into the class. But don't worry, Mindy, if you're here or anybody who are foundational, just don't leave the class yet. I will make sure that you have option to do the practice in your level. And when I say the words like, okay, you can flow now, that means you can take child's pose. If you don't want to do any more of the poses, because in our foundational, we don't do plank, chaturanga, up dog, and down dog that much. But in the flow class, we do more. So I am so glad that we get to connect again, everybody. I know, like I cannot touch you. I love seeing you in person more than anything else. And that made me think about hopefully when the fall and winter come, we will have a place and everything go to where it's supposed to go, there's no any spike of the COVID and we can really go through the winter together with more smiles in the face. But whatever happening, we just have to remember we have the choice. If the situation doesn't turn out the way we want it to be, we have to be with it with our open heart and come back to this peace and trust that we are challenged for a reason and we don't really have to get away from our peace, our love, no matter what. But I understand when the tough time is here, it's harder. I get that. So the titles of the class, I said, nothing changed if nothing changed. I feel like it's explanatory in itself. If we want something in our life to change, like I want to quit smoking, I want to eat healthy now, it just have to have that change. Like you have to make that change. And interestingly enough, I find that change, the first step is so easy to do. I remember that I talked about the resolution right at the beginning of the year. Can you imagine? It's 6 months into the 2021 already. If you make the resolution, do you still keep that change? And the hard part is this part, is to willing to be persistent with that change. Because when we start that change in the beginning, it's like, I'm going to do it. You have this enthusiasm, you have a lot of energy, you're just ready for it. But to keep this type of energy again and again and again and again, it's just not easy. It takes work. It's a lifestyle. And the more you do it, the easier it will be. You're going to get knocked down many times, but you can pick yourself back up as many times as you get knocked down as well. And when it's become your personality, things will get easier. But you know what? You have to make that change. And you have to keep changing. And you have to keep changing. And you have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm so glad that I have the harmonium today. Because it's 9 a.m. so I can make noise. My daughter is not, sleep as much anymore. So excited for this. Having said that, close your eyes, please. Deep breath in and out through your nose. If you feel tight, you feel tense, breathe deep, breathe gradually. Slow down your breath. The elongation will help your nervous system to calm down. Make room for something new, for possibilities. Move your focus away from your busy lives and thoughts, overwhelming things, and into your inner peace. Your heart doesn't have stories. It feels. Feel the energy within your own space. The surrounding, and yet also feel yourself, your one self, your whole self. Don't leave everything out. It's your body, it's your breath. Connect them, your heart, your emotion, your spirit. Be full, be big, be whole. And may we remember that the power to make change is so close to us. That step is so near. We just have to make that. You can do it right now in this moment. Always. Draw your hands together right in front of your heart and let's chant Om 3 times together, please. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chins, open your eyes. I'm going to go down to the floor. I will take you there if you would like to join me because I'm going to really, really, really move you. So on your back, long bones out through your arms and legs, please. This is really good place that I can move a lot of your joints safely. So I would love to do that. And then we rock the hips side to side. However, if you feel like warming up elsewhere, enjoy that. But meet me back at some point, okay? Then we circle the ankles toward one another. That right at the time that you can change the position of your palms and hands and arms. Take them some places else if you feel better. And then change the direction of your ankles. We go into windshield wiper, feet to the floor, knees bend. The other thing that I see in my body from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the difference is my voice. I remember every time when I talk at 8 a.m., it's like, where is my voice? My body is just wake up. But there are also a lot of good things in that too. Oh, excuse me. Can you keep moving, please? I turn off the monitor completely and I need to make sure that I can hear. Taya waking up a little bit so I can inform my husband. Arms and legs up toward the sky. Shake your hands and feet. Or you can circle them, or you can do both. Why not? Why not listen to your body, right? And then we go arms onto the floor, wide open, knees together, drop. Yeah, the knee side to side. I get a crack already. Now, next Saturday, I will not teach a class because I am finally getting myself to do a vacation with a 4 years old. Pray for me. So next Saturday, I will not be here or in person, but the Saturday after that, we should meet up. And hopefully, I will be able to see your beautiful faces. Come back center, circle your knee toward your chest, and draw them away. And repeat. I pretty much kind of be on the floor for this action because if you're sitting down, you're standing up, you cannot move your hip joint freely like this. And change direction, please. You know, and we use our legs a lot, and it's connected to the joint, and I feel like we really need to move them first. Happy baby. Use the strap if you need to. Check your arms and the legs up in the sky once again. How about we do a little bit of a pigeon stretch? Right ankle above the left knee. You can hold your left leg in right away if you know the muscle is allowing you to. If you feel super tight, I find that if I kind of straight and bend the left legs a little bit and then hold it, it helps. Keep your jaw relaxed. One more breath right here. I want to see the screen. And change sides, please. Now I have my screens on, and the only person that can reach me is Dave, so I'm gonna count on you to tell me if something wrong, Dave, okay? One more breath here. Here we go, happy baby once again. Then you can roll onto one side, come up to a seated position, or rock back and forth 2-3 times or one time, and then come into a wide leg. Prasarita, Bhavista Konasana, and let's kind of circle your body, get into the adductor muscles a little bit here. My adductor muscles are really open. Remember that keep your spine elongate, no matter how far you go forward, okay? The going forward should come after the elongation. Lower back should not be rounded at all, period. Is that the same meaning? Side stretch a little bit, get into the latissimus muscles. Oh yeah. Now this one, I can feel it really intensely. And add some twist in here. Spine nice and long. Breathe. Last one on each side. How about that? Here we go. Check. We're gonna meet now. Hands and knees. Remember to pat your knee if you need to, okay? And we go child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Inhale with breath, round the back, go forward to your wrist. Arch, cow pose. Exhale, round your back, go back to your heels. So you go and move gradually. Spread your finger. Please pay attention at your palms and the action of your fingers. I know it's not easy sometimes to feel them, to spread the toe, to spread the finger, but those are your foundation and they are carrying weight. They have to be properly aligned, okay? Come back onto your hands and knees, and then we circle the spine. Spinal circulation here. I hope you know by now that you should make sure that your wrist crease parallel to the front edge of your mat. Okay? Widespread finger, four corners of your palms, clawing. You really have to press into the base of your index fingers. Those are the part that always lifted for most of us. Change direction, please, and you don't want it to. You claw the floor with your finger pads. Stop in the center, knees together, drop your hips side to side. Come back center, open your knees, hip distance apart, look toward the hip. Left and right, and your hip also should move toward the direction of your looking. And so we work the side muscles here. One more spinal circulation. We do 3 times one side, 3 times the other. Then this time you balance on your left hand's knees, right leg kick back, right arms overhead. 5 circulation in the shoulder. 2 for me. 3, 4, 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then stretch. Make that side nice and long. Even turn your body. You know, the more you turn up toward the sky, the more front body stretch you're gonna feel it, and also the side body. And exhale, facing the floor. We go right leg forward to the right. Your lizard stretches here. Back leg is your options. Okay, body diagonal to the left. Remember that your right knee should not come toward your ears when you go lower and lower and lower toward the floor. That can happen, especially if you're tight. So be mindful with that. Keep your spine elongated. You have to remember when you elongate the spine, it's not just, extend your head away from your belly. You also want to extend your butt away from your belly. You need to pull both ends of your spine, so then your elongation will feel really effective there and relevant. One more breath here. Then we're going to go into cross-leg Uttanasana. If you do the foundational, you can just cross your left leg behind your right. When you do floor, you kick your left leg up toward the sky first, opening the hip, and then cross your left leg behind your right leg. Bow down. Spine nice and long. If you need more height, blocks are your good friends. Use them. Okay? Just don't get lazy if you need to use it. Your body will thank you for that. Remember, it's not about violating your body, it's about respecting your body. That will make your practice feel good. Oh man. Knees bent, left leg back, pivot to the left, feet parallel, chins hugging in, thigh pushing apart, elongate your spine downward and under, or you can diagonal, you can dangling your body side to side. You can pull yourself toward each leg. You can come off from the floor if you're too tight. You can even do side stretch, like when you on your child's pose. Feel exactly the same thing, just higher. Oh yeah. Give me one more breath here. And from here, you go back toward the front of the mat and you step your right leg back and do downward facing dog if you are flowing, or rest in child's pose, right? You work your dog, stretch. Is a hamstring there? Is your side stretch there? Is your chest openings there? Do whatever calling the loudest, or do all of them. Then from there we go plank, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now if you happen to do foundational level, like you can do round your back up to the sky and do cow pose once again, and then exhale back to child's pose, or you can just do cat cow. Okay, stay in the tabletop and just do cat and cow pose. Inhale, plank pose, exhale, dog pose. I need 4 more, how about that? And please rest at any times if you need to. Okay, Mindy? Mindy will be like, oh, it's my name again. Oh yeah, my wrist is really needed. Come down to your hands and knees. Meet it there. Now you balance your right hands, knee, left leg kick back. Oh, 5 big circle on these left shoulders. 2, 3, thigh, stretch, long left side body. Maybe a little bit in your front body. Your right hand can be longer with the block underneath it. Don't forget that. Next exhale, we turn toward the front and toward the floor, and left leg go forward, and your lizard stretches right here. And you know, when you breathe in and out, you can experience that your breath is also keep on moving. You change your old breath to your new breath. That is what life is keep changing constantly. Some of them just slowly, some of them like just rapid, immediate action. We just sometimes shocked by that. Then we now pivot to the right. You have option to do Skandasana. I have option to do Skandasana. You can repeat what you did earlier if you like. You can do goddess pose. That's also a good option. If you don't want to move from one leg to the other, you can bend both legs and climb up the thighs. It's the same stretch. Instead of stretch one leg at a time, then you stretch both legs at the same time. Be really careful with your knees. And return back toward the front of the mat. Once again, we meet in downward facing dog, or you can take child's pose here, please. Now come to plank pose. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Okay, now we're gonna either hold in plank pose or hold in forearm plank pose. Okay? Breathe. Now, while you're holding plank, if your wrist, especially for us who are doing plank pose, if your wrists don't feel comfortable yet, don't stay there. You can still go back and forth between downward facing dog and plank pose. That's going to help your wrist flexion to be more mobile because of that, you know. So don't hold into the plank and feel really uncomfortable on your wrist. You don't need to suffer that badly. Yeah. But if you're ready to go there, stay there. Okay. And next exhale, we do Chaturanga Dandasana. We meet our friends that do forearm plank on the floor. Then we extend the left hand out to the side, palm facing down. Turn the body open to the right. Stretch the pec major with the help of the floor a little bit. This is going to make the cobra feel much better. Other side, please. Here we go. You have to remember that you're not only always, checking your alignment. When you feel good with that, then you come back and stay really centered within your own inner space. Let the breath take you there. Learns to be, not to control the practice. Come back onto your belly and your chest. Now this is the time that we can get our first back bend in, and we can use that as the warm up if we have to. So your choice is go from Sphinx pose to up dog, and anything else that you can do it on your belly. So here we go. We're gonna do about 7 breaths here. That's my 2 breaths. You just work your lower back, work your shoulder blades. Right. 4th. Work the movement and the connection of the body and the breath. Make sure your neck's nice and long. Last breath of mine here. And then we go into downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Here we go. Let's step the right leg forward between the hands, and we come up to warrior 1. Left foot point to 10 o'clock, okay? Square the hip, hug the thighs, exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. Keep going. Heart open. Keep going. You should keep moving with the breath in this pose here. And try to go deeper gradually. The more you go deep, the more you have to engage your core. Yeah. Come away from the ball of your left leg, go more forward. Hug the thighs in, engage your core, get your left knee towards your chest. Stand nice and tall with the hip moving back. Core in, long spine, breathe. You can check your ankle. Then let go of your left leg. Look down, kick your left leg back. This is a quick warrior 3 here. This is your balance, so be safe. Yeah. Then bend your right knee. Left leg land on the floor. Left hands come down. Twist is right here. If you are not strong, get your left knees on the ground, okay? You twist to the right. And your foundational practice, you can take child's pose. For us at the floor, I want you to do 3-legged dog. Right leg go up toward the sky. Bend the knee and open your chest under that armpit. 3-legged dog. And then we are floor here. Extend the legs, square the hip, come forward to plank. Inhale. Take your time, Chaturanga Tanasana. Pick your back bend. And we meet our friend back to the space of downward facing dog, or you can rest in child's pose. Left leg go forward. Now we can go together. Warrior 1, come off from the floor, right foot diagonal to 2 o'clock. Square the hip. Hug the thighs. Here we go with breath. Exhale, lunge. Remember, make your legs long enough that your left knee doesn't go beyond the ankle. No matter where your arms landed, it have to make sure that you can really opening your chest. Okay? Core is in. It's going to help you to really stretch the hip flexor of your left leg. You hug the thigh toward one another. It's going to help you to balance better. Relax your jaw. Then you move into the ball of your right leg, knees bend. So you move more forward. Engage the core. Launch from your right foot. Go to the left. Get your right knee toward your chest. Hips move back. Heart move up. Breathe nice and long. Let go of your right leg. Turn your body toward the floor and you move your right leg back and kick it, kick it, kick it, and stay lifted, lifted, lifted. And then you bend your left knee, land your right leg down, Land your right hand down. Maybe have your right knees on the floor and you twist to the left. Remember your belly resisting your chest here. And exhale, child's pose or three-legged dog. Left leg back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee, kick it to the right. Left leg straight, square the hip, inhale, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Back bend here, inhale. Give yourself one more breath, okay? Because I want you to use it to really opening your heart and downward facing dog. We meet in our tabletop. Right leg kick back and up. Left hand extend forward and up. Now you can go just beneath the belly, elbow and the knee meet, and do it 3 times. Or we open to the side first, inhale, and come back center, and then go beneath the belly, inhale, and come back center, and we do all that 3 times as well. Okay, so you have 2 choices here. When you've done all that, left hand down, right arms overhead, right side nice and long. Exhale, facing the floor with the right leg go forward. We build our warrior two here, right heel in line with your left arch or heel, okay? And here we go. Flow with the breath. You keep on flowing, you keep on changing. The moment is keep on moving. Relax your shoulder, relax your jaw. Reverse warrior, right arms go up, go back, hips back, ribs is in. Stretch, okay, don't just reach to the sky and nothing happen. Stretch that right side body. Come away from the stretch, straight your right leg straight. Your Trikonasana is right here. Extend your body forward. I know, keep breathing. Keep smoothly. And build your Trikonasana. This is when the storm starts to hit, your heart beating faster. Slow down the breath the best you can. Okay? Time for child's pose for some of you, or we step the left leg forward to Uttanasana. Your flow is here. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, go back to plank, or you can go back to Chaturanga Dandasana. And then you flow. Don't forget your wrist. You carry a lot of weight now. Really align them properly. Tabletop once again. This time the left leg go back and up, right hands go forward and up. Make your choice. Go underneath only or go to the side first and then under. Here we go. 3 times, no matter what. Then land your right hand and your left leg down, left arms overhead. Facing the floor and forward, left leg forward, your warrior two is here. Okay. I'm going to turn toward the camera. Just to make me confused even more. Why not? Reverse warrior. Remember, stretch that left side body. You want to feel it from that hip all the way out through your fingertips. Ribs is in, hips stay back. Oh my God, the side stretch is killing. Away from the stretch, inhale, straight the front leg. Exhale, extend your body forward. Maybe you adjust the width of the leg, Trikonasana. You never know. Right. If you do foundational, you can just stay nice and tall, and when you turn the body, right, that start right there, and each exhale, you just extend the body away, out to the left, maybe toward the floor a little bit more. Just know that the more you go toward the floor, the harder the pose will feel. Go as far as you can go. And from here, child's pose or right leg forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, down. Inhale, elongate the spine. Your flow is here. And do down dog or child's pose, please. Then from here, we're going to go forward to Uttanasana. You can go from child's pose, or you can go from downward facing dog. If you're forward fold here, if you need the block, please don't forget to use them. Your elongation in the spine is more important than how far you can touch the floor or how far you can go close to your legs. Okay. And inhale, spine is nice and lengthening away from the leg while your leg is hugging in, chins in, thighs out. Exhale, bow down. We do 2 more. Keep the action of the leg while your body is moved front and back. Next exhale, you bend your knee and you bring your body up right, and you look at your toes and you make sure that you lift your toes up and you spread them apart. So I want to make sure that I see your arch is really engaged. Some of you may go heavier on one side of your foot than the other. Please make sure that you even them. I have a student that do private with me, have a problem with that. Now the weight is on to your ankle. They have to carry weight evenly from left to right. Your chair pose is here. And then you go knees bend, weight go back toward the heel. Right, go as far back as you can go. And then you engage your core and you lift your spine up, 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 up. Shoulders go back. And you can move with breath here. Inhale, you can move away from that bending a little bit. Exhale, you go back into the seat. Your chin is still hugging in. Your thigh is still pushing out. But those actions should make sure that your knees go right, stay on top of the ankle. I know I talk a lot. Stand nice and tall. Inhale. Tanasana. Yeah. Exhale, hand come down by your side. Don't push your hip forward. Don't do it. Don't do it. Eyes closed. Breathe fully. Go back to your breath, and when you see yourself have this shallow breathing, go into that practice of make your breath fuller, deeper, and longer. Balance on your right leg, get your left knee toward your chest. The balance, everybody, be careful. How about we do tree pose? It's going to be easier than actually eagle pose for our foundational friends here. Hug the thighs, spine is long. Breathe. Arms are yours. Please be creative of how you want to be a tree, okay? Or some form of a statue that you like. Warrior 2, bend your right knee, left leg go back. Extend side angle pose. and then facing the floor. Have your left hand on the floor. Your left leg is also back. I'm just thinking about what am I supposed to tell my foundational friend. If you're going to do a foundational level, can you take yourself into pigeon pose right now? Okay. Now for us, we are do flow. We're going to do side plank first. So side plank on your right hand, outside edge of your right leg. Okay. And really elongate that right side's body. Did it say the arms correctly? Of course not. And then you flip. Have your right hand down. Shoot your right leg out to the left. Leave your left hand up toward the sky. If I mess up your hand, I'm so sorry. And we meet our friend in pigeon, so you can square your chest back toward the floor. Leave your right leg and get the chins down toward the ground and square the hip. Voila. It's a lot of thinking. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. It's just going to use my computer as a clock. That's why I move it closer to myself. Inhale, move up and away from your pigeon. Take a seat onto your right hip. Swing your legs in front of you. Extend your right leg straight. Left leg we do. Knees bend, heel to the groin. If it doesn't feel good on your left joint, extend your left leg straight. And we do side stretch. Parivritta Janushi Shastana. Just going to perform it as I'm tight. Remember, you can use a strap to make your right arms longer, or you can make your left arms longer and get the strap over your head there. Right. It's going to help you to stretch the muscle in a different way, see which one feels better. But when that all done, all you have to remember that you can feel the stretch along the left sides of your body. Okay? Core is in. Try to go toward the floor as deep as you can. For us who doesn't have to use a strap, you can hold the foot with your own hand. Yeah. Okay. Hold the foot with your left hand. When your left hand is the hand you use to hold things, you're going to feel the latissimus is getting stretched even stronger. Come up and away from the floor. We're facing forward and we bow down into a Janushi Shastana with the strap or not. Lower back elongate first. Right. Remember that if you use a strap, it's not about have your strap long and your elbow is bent and then you pull your elbow toward your ribs. Not that one. I want your arm to be long and go more toward extension or straight. And then you go forward that way and keep your arms in front of you. Keep your elbow in front of you. Don't bring it toward your ribs. That is going to make you round your back easier. And that is not where you should go. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Cross your left leg behind. Cross your left leg over your right leg. Twist to the left. You can bend your right knee and do Adho Matsyendrasana twist instead is the same twist with a different foundation setup. What's happening in your trunk is the same. Chest go left, belly go right. Neck is long. Don't forget, grow tall all the way out through the crown of your head. One more breath here. And then untwist. Legs, feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana. And then from here, you have to meet me in forward fold. Okay? You can do a flow first and then meet me there, or just gradually go into forward fold. If you have a great hip opening, you can go forward from here easily. That is not applied for some of you, so don't hurt yourself. However you can take yourself there safe. Right here, I will forward fold. Go there. And inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, bow. I'm waiting for you guys here. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, bow. Last one, inhale, elongate the spine, knees bend, our Uttanasana. One more time, I'm going to face in this direction. Toes lift, spread them, weight on four corners of your feet. Knee over the ankle, no matter how wide your feet are apart. Don't go wider than your hip. Inhale, stand nice and tall. Weight onto your left leg. Right knee to the chest. Three pose. Right leg go to the inseam of your left leg. Warrior two. I'm getting quiet for a second because I'm hearing the voice, but I'm not sure that's Taya or somebody else outside. Sorry. Extend side angle pose. And then exhale, when you're facing the floor, right, you turn your chest to the floor, right hand come down. For the floor, you go side plank on your right here. If you foundational, you can just, have your both hands there, square the hip, and just use a little bit of your upper body strength and get yourself into pigeon pose. It looks easy, isn't it? Floor side plank. For Shastana, right hand, right foot to the floor. Don't forget to be on the outside edge of the foot, okay? Push your weight back toward the back leg. Then square the chest to the floor. Bring your left hand down. Shoot your left leg through the right. Turn your body up. Right arms up. Push your weight back still. Don't stay so much on the wrist there. Go more toward the legs. And then you are going to kind of square your chest toward your left side, right side of the room, and then drag your left leg in. Lift it, bend the knee, turn toward the floor, and get the chins down to pigeon. I'm sorry if I asked you to do an impossible thing. However, you can get there safe, you do that. When we are in person together, I will tell you more in detail what suits you. Right now, I just can't because I cannot see how you are doing your practice. I don't know how weak, how strong you are, what don't look unsafe,
Keep your jaw relaxed. Now you can kind of collectively come back one by one into your body because your heartbeat is keeping to slow down its action because we don't move as much. Inhale, come up and away from your hips. Turn your body open to the right and take a seat onto your left seat. You move your body away from the legs and you can swing them to the front. Then your left leg straight. Your right heel to the hips. Side stretch here, right arms overhead. Remember, straps to your frame if you need them. Okay, go. No report from Dave yet, so I'm good. Remember that I'm not asking you to just doing a pose. I'm asking you to get into the pose and in a way that you know that it helps you to stretch and strengthening your muscles. Whatever you feel, you want to feel them right. Okay. And inhale, you move up and away from the stretch, and we go into Janushi Shastana. You may have to narrow your hips a little bit, or not at all. It depends on your body, really. And while you're in your seat in Janushi Shastana, when you bow forward toward your left leg, feel that your whole left leg, all the way to the outside edge of the hip, is moving back. Okay? Horse is in, spine nice and long. Once again, if you use a strap, elongate your arms. Keep your elbows in front of you. Try to go closer and closer to the foot and take the strap away when it's time. Inhale, come up and away from the stretch. Now we cross the right leg over the left. Twist to the right. You keep your left leg straight in Marichyasana 3, or you can bend your left knee. If you can, you see the space right here? If you can by yourself without hurting your shoulder badly, and you want to look fancy and you're still in a good alignment, hey, go for it. But if that's going to make you hurt your shoulders, yeah, don't do that. You can have your hands in praise here too. This is a cool thing to do. And that's going to help you to really push into the knees even more. And don't forget to resist it. We don't want our upper body to really push the knee to the left so much. It should still be right in front of the hip. And then untwist. Here we go. Legs in front of you. Check, check, check. We do reverse table. Hand back behind you. Finger point maybe diagonal, to the side from the foot, or you can point straight to the front or to the back of the mat as well. Then get your shoulder blades back, chest open, core in. Allow your upper body first, so you know that your heart is open like you're doing cobra. Then you bend the knees. And when you're ready, push into the hand, lift the hip off from the floor. Now use your feet, move your knees away from you, away from you, away from you, and then lift the hips up. Point the knees away from you. Get your shoulder blades away from your belly. Neck nice and long. Use your legs stronger than the arms. Breathe. Slowly exhale, come down toward the floor. Legs nice and long. Sit nice and tall, arms in front of you. Slowly roll back down with your core onto your back. Knee toward your chest. Hug. Breathe. Hand behind the back of the head. 20 bicycle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Come back down, hug your knee toward the chest. Hold that, close your eyes, please. And carefully extend the arms away from you, palm facing down, and go on either sides of your hip, okay? And kind of sit on it a little bit. Legs toward the ceiling. We are going to stamp the ceiling 10 times. So press down to the hands and palms and forearms and lift the hip up slightly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't grip in your jaw. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug the knee toward your chest. Bridge pose, feet to the floor, knees bend, hip distance apart. Here we go, lift the hip. Push your feet down and away from you. You can interlace the hand. Remember, we want to make sure that we ground the base of our shoulder toward the floor. Interestingly enough, the tighter you are, the more your arm actually should move away from one another. They're closer to one another. That will make the very tip of your shoulder actually come off from the floor. One more breath here. Exhale, come all the way down toward the ground. Knees toward the chest, drop them to the right. You can extend your left hand to the left and look left and breathe. Inhale, come back up and away from the floor. We do bridge once again. If you're opening, if you feel opening enough and it seems available, go there. However, I believe that I don't really get to stretch those muscles and body part enough to feel comfortable to even do it myself. Yep. So your practice is yours, your body is yours. Do it carefully, okay? Oh, the other thing is don't tuck the chin in toward the chest, please. I want you to elongate your neck as well, but you don't collapse your neck backwards so far, neither. That is such a very interesting to learn, like how can I find that balance place for my body? You really need to find it. That's the important part. And slowly come down toward the floor, knee toward the chest, drop them to the left this time, and then you twist your body to the right. Close your eyes and breathe. And let go. And allow the change to happen. Sometimes, interestingly enough, the change just happens by itself. The force is always with us, like it or not. Some of those energy, when we allow ourselves to tap into, is enhancing what we have done earlier. Like right now, what we put into before, the force kind of take over and allow us to really feel that calmness and letting it go. You feel that your work has been paying off. Inhale, come back up center. Now we grab a block, put it underneath the sacrum. You can go into your full shoulder stand. I highly suggest put the blanket underneath your shoulder, please. You can do plow pose as well. If you don't want that suggestion from me, at least the other suggestion I hope you will consider is when you do your own shoulder stand without the blanket, or you do plow pose even, don't really force your chin toward the chest. If you want to do anything, just lift the chins away from the chest slightly. And we are going to stay here for a little bit. Relax your jaw, heavy shoulder. You tap into this stream of present. You remember why being whole is essential. Remember why knowing to love, it also means that you have to understand sadness, anger. You need to learn to embrace the moment and not attach to them. And let's do Shavasana, please. I'm going to teach you all the way until you come out from your Shavasana, okay? Yep, I am committed to that. So, take your Shavasana. Maybe I can give you some music. Let's see.